job opportunities, to stop the movement of people, of wholesale movement of people from Portmore to Kingston, Kingston to Portmore, morning and evening.
What would make this township different from any other that would have been established?
All right, let's start. One, it is planned. Apart from downtown Kingston, which was planned when the British were here, you can see how it's laid out. We have expanded our urban centers without planning. So you see how Portmore has developed over time, a large, sprawling town, but no facilities. What we have tried to do here is to create an integrated community. Integrated means when the factories have been built out here and the plants, and the farmers are up and running. This is the old Bernard Lodge sugar factory right here. You would see it on the highway. It is to be included here too. People will be able to live and work here, unlike Portmore, where it's the dormitory community, right? Everybody goes to town at night or Maypen area and come back in the evening. Come out in the day, out in the evening. This is not good. So first of all, it's a planned community. Two, no sewage treatment will be allowed in this area. All sewage will have to be transported under pressure out of the area. Two, we're making sure that we're taking no water out of the aquifer and that we are not relying on Portmore's existing supply, but bringing in fresh supplies of water into the area.
And this supplies from where?
A well at Craigalachi and some wells at Innswood. All of these wells belong to SCJ.
A part of the modernization aspect, I know that there's, in some countries, they have established what they call biker lanes.
We will have it in the urban center.
So you'll also have it.
Will be incorporated in the urban center.
And your reasoning behind that is what exactly?
It's to reduce traffic flow. If people can use bikes to move around the town, you don't get that congestion in the urban center as you would normally get with buses and taxis, etc., etc. So it will reduce traffic, the volume of traffic in the area.
So you're anticipating that residents would swap out their motor vehicles for that kind of use?
Not swap, but for example, park at home and move from home to town, to new town, by bike, or walk. We will have lanes as well, set out nicely for walking trails. So, yeah, that's the plan, to have a modern town center where you don't allow motor cars.
How do you suppose it might be difficult to strike a balance between the commercial complex mandate and the residential component of the township, where it facilitates industrial investments while maintaining a tranquil environment?
Clearly, in the urban center, the residential and commercial facilities will have to coexist. It is envisaged that a part of a building, a high-rise building, dedicated to commerce, on the lower floors and the upper floors to residential, which is the way the world is going. I don't know if I can expand on that, how much I can expand on that.
So what about the traffic that commercial business places will bring?
You mean,
Will it interfere then with the residential area?
No, because look, what we're doing, it's going to bring traffic. It's going to bring increased traffic. We're adding this new highway, which will ultimately be a 4-lane highway here. All of these roads will be expanded. The bridge across the highway, now 2-lane, will be made into a 4-lane bridge, so facilitate easy moving. This new road will go right into the town center. The train will also, remember I showed you, The train will also terminate here, as will a bus park.
Well, that new highway that you said that you're
Yes.
building, is it not in between the housing aspect of the?
It is, so it is between housing blocks, but there are setback requirements for each of the housing blocks. They can't come too close to this. For example, there's also this blue line, broken line here, which is a JPS high tension power line that already exists and cannot be removed. So there has to be setbacks against the roads. So I can't build right up on the road, neither on this side nor on that side. So there are setback requirements, but it's unavoidable that you will have an increased traffic. What you will have to do is to create new thoroughfares so that it can accommodate that traffic without causing congestion and pollution. As you get into the urban center, you really want to reduce your traffic flow, your heavy traffic flow, and go back to your bicycling or foot from your home to shop. And remember, all down here is Portmore, is existing Portmore, which is open to you as well. So your commercial activity is not confined here, but you have all down here.
So what about the peaceful aspect? What can residents expect from living in such a busy area with the road being in between blocks?
It is not hard. Yeah. So let me sort of explain to you the size of these blocks. These are huge blocks. When I say huge, 50 to 60 acres each. So for example, a developer will buy this one, D11, which is also under construction now. And we'll create in here 2-3 different communities, 2-3 different gated communities with their own green space inside of here, away from the road frontage. So each block, these are not small blocks, they are, our marketing is aimed at real estate developers, not at individual house owners. We expect the investors to build smart, livable communities within the development blocks. And there are guidelines in place. And you're going to have to get a no objection letter, each developer, from NEPA prior to completion of your sale. If you don't get a no objection letter to your proposed development, the sale can't go through. So NEPA has to, within 45 days of sale, NEPA, of signing an agreement, NEPA has to issue a no objection letter to your proposed development.
I wanted to ask, does all of this project and development has anything to do with wanting Portmore to become the 15th parish in Jamaica?
No, I think the rationale for this is to capture the overflow from the corporate area. That is huge. The Kingston metropolitan region cannot accommodate comfortably all of the persons who work in the Kingston metropolitan region. This is one designed to prevent squatting. Because if you don't develop it and leave it idle, people are going to squat on it as they've started to do. 2, it is to catch the overflow population from the KMR and from Spanish Town, right? And it is neatly tucked between them both. So that is the 2 overarching principles here. The rationale is 1, to catch the overflow population. 2, also to create job opportunities, to stop the movement of people, of wholesale movement of people from Portmore to Kingston, Kingston to Portmore, morning and evening. If I can put people in here, the overflow population from Kingston, and provide employment opportunities for them in here, I stop that traffic to Kingston and I develop this area. Am I making sense?
But undoubtedly though, wouldn't you say that it would contribute to the overall image of Portmore becoming its own parish?
For sure, because if we do not plan this, Portmore will continue to expand because there is demand. It is said that Portmore has the highest intelligence. It's the most educated community in Jamaica. And that could well be so, because a lot of young professionals live in Portmore, not because they want to, simply because they cannot afford to live in the Kingston metropolitan region, right?